History has given rise to many great, bizarre, and specialized creatures through the slow-moving yet understandable and powerful theory of evolution. For instance, this cat. This ferocious beast has amazing eyesight and powerful claws that make it the undisputed apex predator of backyards. Now we know how this cat came into being the way that it is through natural selection over millions of years. But the one thing that evolution can explain is why humanity has progressed so far in just 2,000 years, from rocks and sticks to cars and spacecraft. That's way faster than evolution. The question is, just how did we progress so fast? Some historians of humanity believe that the reason for the rapid rise to global dominance is due to the humans' ability to 1. Create and store mental representation of their environment. 2. Interrogate that representation. 3. Distort it by mental acts of imagination. 4. Answer what-if kind of questions. This is the result of the human brain. A non-exact yet creative machine with extremely fast computational speed. In effect, this is the model for AI systems for the future. If we can achieve this brain-based, super fast progression in AI learning, then we can create computational systems capable of quickly solving issues involving healthcare, transportation, logistics, defense, and legal systems, plus much more. In a lot of ways, all artificial intelligence systems operate much like natural selection. Try one thing, did it work? No, yes. Okay, then adjust it slightly and try again. Basically optimizing systems through the use of brute force. Easy to understand? Yes. Accurate? Kinda. Fast? No. New AI systems are much more of a mix between these old systems and the human brain, turning the old precise and slow methodology of natural selection into a system that can use imagination through use of imprecise logic. The only thing is, we still don't know how the human brain works. And lots of these new AI systems work the same way, and they're nearly impossible to understand. That's an issue considering how widespread artificial intelligence is in today's day. Sure, some of these answers that these AI systems spit out may look good, but how accurate are they? Are they even right? How can we even tell if it's accurate or if it's right? How can we question it? We need explainable artificial intelligence systems that us humans can understand to truly trust and use these AI systems. The basis of explainable AI is that the artificial intelligence must be able to explain and make transparent decisions. Well, you might say, who cares if no one understands the algorithm? As long as it looks good and brings good answers, who really cares? But to that I say, how can you determine if it's right or wrong if you don't even know how it's coming to the conclusions that it is? Imagine if you want to solve world hunger and you feed this problem into the smartest machine of all time. Say it's this machine and everyone agrees it's the greatest thing of all time. But no one knows how well it works. No one knows really the inner mechanisms of it. They just know that it's smart and that it brings good answers. And after running this problem into the machine for a few minutes, it spits out one answer: kill everyone. Technically, it's a correct answer, but you wouldn't listen to this machine, right? Unless you want Terminator to happen. So in order to get a better answer that doesn't involve mass murder, one must first correct this machine's conclusion, but you can't correct the machine's conclusion without also correcting its methodology. But if you don't know its methodology, then how are you going to fix it or even understand what's going on with the machine? Basically rendering this greatest machine of all time useless. Another issue with these advanced AI systems is that they deal with high-dimensional data and have representations of features that are not commonly understood by humans. For example, I'll ask this advanced system right here, hey, what's the best way to find a supply chain error if a factory goes offline for a few days? See, we don't understand what that meant at all. We don't know what's going on in his mind. We don't know what he just said or anything. See, we can't understand any of that as humans. Many AI systems have these inner workings appear as absolute gibberish to humans. So without understanding the conclusion and the methodology, how can we trust it? I know I don't trust that cat. In order to begin trusting AI systems, we need them to become explainable. The definition of explainability for AI ranges depending on who you ask, but generally the consensus is 1. Formal and unambiguous representation. 2. Descriptive nature of that representation. 3. Output of classifier with regard to a decision. And 4. Current and prior input of that classifier. In actual English, that means, why did this decision happen? Why not some other output? What cases does this machine produce a reliable output? Can we provide a confidence score to the machine's output? Which parameters affect the output the most, and what can be done to correct any errors that happen? The big issue with explainable AI is that generally the more explainable the system, the less accurate it becomes, or less speed. As we get better at creating these systems, they'll be able to become more explainable and more accurate, leading to a trusting relationship between humanity and AI systems. With this trust, I've actually employed the use of the smart AI system to edit and upload this video, so that will optimize the perfect time to end this video.